What's up, programmers? Recently, I had uploaded a video on web scraping Amazon and I got pretty good views on that. Okay, I know these are not at all good views, but please consider subscribing to my channel to support me. If you are a web scraper or a developer or you want to be a developer in future, maybe because your tiny little brain has now understood that coding is the future, welcome to my channel Code in Veins. From the title of the video, you all must have got an idea that in this video I am going to explain or I am going to give a short tutorial on how to avoid getting blocked when you are web scraping. But before starting, for the newbies or for the tiny little brains who have just got into programming, let me explain in very brief how the internet works. Let's imagine this is you, unemployed, just like me, and you feel like spending your parents' money to buy some fancy clothes. So you open your web browser and you type www.amazon.com. And we all know that Amazon servers are located at remote locations. So when you type www.amazon.com and when you hit enter, your browser sends a request to Amazon servers saying this particular PC wants to access Amazon website. And when I say this particular PC, it actually knows your location, and that's because of your IP address. For those who don't know what is IP address, in layman's term, IP address is your digital address, or in other terms, your PC's address. So, whenever you try to access any website, your IP address is also sent with that request to that particular web server. In web scraping, your bot or your program needs to send thousands of requests to scrape data from that website, and whenever a server detects that lots of requests are incoming from a particular IP address, there is a high chance that the server detects you as a bot and it blocks your IP, and no longer you can access that website. To avoid this, we are going to use proxies. That is, first we will send our request to another server which has a different IP address, which in return will send request to our Amazon web servers, so that the Amazon servers think that this request is from this particular IP and our original IP address is totally safe. But even now, if we send multiple requests from this particular IP, there are high chances that even this IP can get blocked. And to avoid getting blocked, we will use multiple IP addresses. There are many websites that provide free proxies, but for this tutorial, we are going to use freeproxy.net. Before moving forward, let me warn you that IPs provided by this website are free, but they get actually occupied very fast. So for professional use, this is not a good choice. So if you have paid IPs, that will be much better. There is a website http://bin.org/ip which returns our current IP address as a response. For example, as you can see, this is my current IP address. You can even cross check it on Google by typing what's my IP. We are going to use this website to check our IP when we apply the concept of rotating IPs. So now let's start coding. I will first import the required modules. You can easily download them from the settings of PyCharm or by using the pip install command. After importing modules, first we will write a function to get free proxies. So accordingly, I will name this function get free proxies. We are going to scrape free proxies from this website. So I will just save this URL in a variable. So now let's make a request to this URL and grab its content. I am going to use HTML parser to do this. you can use any other modules as well. To store our proxies, let's create an empty list. Now, if you just check this website, you will notice that the free proxies are listed in a tabular format. And we want to scrape these IPs, so we need to access this table, and we are going to do that by using the table ID. That is, we will access this table using its ID. And we want to access data of the table rows except the first row, because the first row doesn't contain any IP address. We will access each row by using a for loop, just like this. Now each row contains several data columns, but we are interested in only first two, that is the IP address and the port number. We will grab this data from the first two columns, concatenate it and append it to our proxy list. I will just place these few lines of code in a try block so that if there is any problem while scraping data, our program doesn't crash. Now I will call this function and try to print our proxies. And cool, great, our program just runs perfect till now. Next, we will see how to pass this list of proxies while scraping data. As I said earlier, to check whether our proxies are sent correctly, I am going to try this on httpbin.org/ip. This website returns our IP address like I have shown before. Now let us store this URL in a URL variable. Now next, with the help of a for loop, we will try each proxy one by one. Just like this. And we will print the response. For reference, I will also print the serial number of each request that we are making. As I said, most of the IPs get occupied very quickly. We'll place this in a try block so that when we don't get a response, we will just skip it by printing not available. And now our program is ready to run. And now guys, let's run our program. Our program will run a little slow because we are adding proxies to each request that we are sending. And after running, you can see most of the requests are saying not available, because as I said earlier, they get occupied very fast. So if you have paid proxies, you will definitely not get this result and you will get a pretty good result. So that's it for today guys. Please smash that subscribe button and stay tuned for more updates.